Okay, I am back, folks. I got myself a snack. I need to figure out what I'm gonna be doing game-wise, what we're switching over to. I'm not entirely sure. I need to see what is actually in my library, what I think I've got the ability to handle right now.
What you snacking on?
Some chips.
Mm,
I needed something super fast,
yeah.
and this is about as fast as I've got at the mo.
Mhm.
This will be a familiar seahorse set, but this will be a good one because I want some good Eurobeat. I'll try putting the glove. I'll try taking care, doing something, and see if that helps. That I
Yeah.
didn't need to have going during the session because there wasn't like a ton
Mhm.
of typing or anything, but now I need it, and it might be enough for like a few hours of Monster Hunter because that's tempting. I'll admit that is tempting.
Ba, 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 ba.
And it means I get to show off the shirt a little more. I'm loving this shirt. Okay, so let me see my Steam library real quick and take a look and figure out what I might want to do at this point. Numa, yeah. Actually, I'm tempted to jump into Satisfactory for a little bit because
Ooh.
I've done some new work. I've done some work in there that I want to show off. Yeah, we're gonna do some Satisfactory.
Ba, ba, ba,
Okay,
ba, ba.
cool, awesome, awesome. Actually, I don't. Are you part of this particular one, Dill? I don't know if you are. You might need an invitation. We might need to give you an invitation to the server we're in because this is a different one. I don't recall. Oh, or but if you're talking like chat, that's yeah. Enjoy your lurk, friend. Yeah, we're gonna do Satisfactory. Do you run any mods to con, or do I need to turn mine off temporarily?
No, I don't run any mods.
I gotta turn mine off temporarily. Give me a second, because I found a couple ones. You meant text chat, okay? Because that beep. Because otherwise, you're not gonna be able to get into it in the first place. Turn off and launch. But first, pull up you, because I do need to edit stream info as well. I can keep everything else the same. Okay. Game streaming. Okay. I did put back on the outfit changes now that I'm no longer in storyteller mode. So that is
Mhm.
now there for folks. Satisfactory.
Good. Get comfy, nerd.
Get comfy. Not that this shirt isn't comfy, but yeah.
Get extra comfy. Comfy's
Extra
in the
comfy.
title.
Comfy isn't the title, that is true. Okay. Here we go. Love this song.
There you go. Cat Dragon hoodie. Ba, ba, ba.
Thankfully, the mods I'm actually running now, and that I got Blaze to use for that matter, are ones that don't bring in anything new. Like it's
So
still
it's
all
just the
vanilla. It's all quality of life stuff.
okay.
So nothing got screwed up. So the big thing I wanted to show off, although I'll wait until daytime to show it because it'll be much nicer in daytime.
Sneak, sneak, sneak. I am very bad at sneaking.
Largely, I've been going around getting railings on areas and covering up some of the pieces that I didn't quite like the look of. Like the exposed foundations, I don't like very much. So wherever I'm spotting them, I'm putting regular old wall to like cover up because it just looks so much nicer.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to pick
Although
up
if
more
you want
fuel.
just a flat surface to do stuff with, you can always just change the foundations to concrete, but then obviously that changes the top of them.
Yeah, and I don't know how well the color will take for the concrete ones. Plus, I haven't unlocked that yet. I've got the tickets.
Yep.
I totally have the tickets. That's not a big deal. This is one of the first things, although it's nighttime and that's not turning on. That's a concern. Those are supposed to be
No,
turning
it's
on.
it's just turning day. It's
Oh,
literally
okay.
just becoming daytime.
Okay. Welcome to the new and improved shopping center.
It's a lot. It is indeed a lot.
Yup. Oh, yeah, it is just turning day. Those
Mm-hmm.
turned off too, which means I can show off the new and improved flag wall.
Oh, oh, hey, look, more flag.
Yep, more flag. So the three that were there
Yeah.
originally on the bottom floor are there.
Mm-hmm.
The rainbow flag is still there.
Yeah.
But we have added the pan flag at
Yeah.
Blaze's request and the gender apathetic flag.
Oh, is that what that is? Is that gender apathy?
That's gender apathy, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know they had a flag, but it's fair. It makes sense. Gender
Yep.
apathetic makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck is gender? Fuck off, gender.
Exactly. What even is gender? It's some sort of weird construct that I want nothing to do with.
What, like a warforged?
Oh no, that kind of a construct would be cool. Oh right, I wanted
No.
to go up to the.
Someone's getting scratches.
Not in the race spot. That's is wrong. Need to fix that. Better. There we go. Now I'm in the correct spot. I can get all the scratches. Right, I'm coming up here to check if there's any tickets in the sink so I can see if we can get anything cool. Because the sink is up here as well now.
Mm-hmm.
With the sign, feed the sink. For its pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got another ticket. That's not bad. That puts me at 14. Okay. And I don't know how long I'm going to be in Unsatisfactory for. This very well may end up being a short stream.
Yeah.
Because honestly, sessions take a lot out of me.
That's fine. Like, I'm fully aware. DMing is stressful.
Yep. Because for folks not in the know, I had I had about 3 lines worth of text written in a little notebook. Not like full 8x10, but like a 5x7. That's all I went into this with written and or planned. Maybe a little bit of thoughts off of those, but almost like 99% of it's ad libbed, is improvised. Because yeah, I like doing it that way, but it does take a lot of energy to pull off right. Uh, is it worth? No, because we don't have the means to like reliably craft the Mark III power stuff yet. That's the reason I haven't gone for the Mark III wall outlets.
All the joy of those high-speed connectors.
Yep. Tilted walls could make for some interesting structures, I suppose. But I really only ever use those for rooftops at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah. Pillars. Yeah, there's the foundation materials. I'll admit, coated concrete is kind of tempting, but can that get one get colored in at all?
I don't know about the coated. I know that the regular concrete can get colored, but the colors are kind of diluted. It's almost like they go pastel.
Like the walls around here, they're purple, technically
Hmm.
speaking.
Yeah. No, in a similar way, the concrete foundation works. I've not done a lot of. The problem is, I typically use concrete in its base form because I don't mind brutalist architecture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, quite a lot of the like changes and modifications I end up doing to things to give them a little bit of a design flair is generally brutalist inspired.
That makes sense. Then there's
Because I'm
asphalts and grip metal. Grip metal would have
grip
the same
metal.
siding problem.
Grip metal is just shrug. I find asphalt has the same side as concrete, but it's pretty nice if you want to like actually do roads.
Hmm.
Because you know that's literally what it's there for. It's essentially the road tile.
Considering most of our roads are asphalt, that makes sense. Yeah.
Hmm.
Excellent, McLeod. Excellent, excellent. And if you want to ask questions, here you can. By all means, feel free to.
How many people have you got for the one shot, Astral?
Currently looking at sitting in at 4.
Yeah.
Max of 6. So I want to leave the any of the remaining 2 open to folks from our communities that donated $25 or more
Hmm.
during the donathon. That way I can be, because it was meant to be an incentive for that. So,
Yeah.
and
I
then
could
roof
possibly ask
materials.
around my community a little bit, but unfortunately, the two biggest donors are either on my time zone and work a normal job, or earlier than my time zone.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that makes sense. I'll put it this way, McLeod. Just about anything flies, and it doesn't. It probably won't be broadcast. It probably won't be streamed. So we'll have even more freedom for it.
oh yeah, Blaze still needs to do this plan, doesn't she?
So yeah, and you can see Callista, Dragon Soul stuff with Callista was allowed and functioned. There have been other bits of insanity that have worked. The modern day urban fantasy type with water, jaunty, aether, crystal, and one other person. I forget who it was. But generally speaking, I'm a yes and type of storyteller. So you can say I want to try to blow up that battleship, and it'll be like, okay, you can try to blow up the battleship. However, this happens as a result of that, or something funky goes in the process of trying to do it. It's an entire ballista. We might be able to make that work if everyone else wants a genre where that makes some sense. Yeah, as long as it makes story sense, then I'm generally pretty okay with things. I'm gonna hold on to my tickets. I don't know what I want here. Is the thing. The steel framed
You start
windows are
getting to
interesting. Full frame window. That's actually kind of tempting because the main single window has you get even less edges on the full frame window.
Mhm.
That could be kind of fun. Tilted walls are not nearly as interesting. Yeah, I'll pick that up, I think. Because that could be something that's worth playing around with a little bit.
Mhm. Still debating whether if in my game I'm going to try and save up for the golden nut. I've got about 260, and I've bought pretty much everything else in the store. But
Ah,
my tickets cost 29 million points to go at this point.
that's insane.
Yep, gotta love those exponentials.
Okay, so that
It's
steel frame is actually the hex frame window is actually kind of cool. I think if you combine a bunch of them together, they look pretty nifty.
mhm, I like the hex frames.
And the steel frames, the full frame windows, actually are much more likely to give me what I had originally wanted with this window set.
Well,
So that's a possibility.
the possibilities are indeed endless.
Indeed, indeed. Speaking of, that's a thing for me to get rid of because that changed out. I'll try it here and see. I'm curious how some of these would look on this one window chunk.
Mm.
Starting with the hex frame. Did I take away too much? That I should be able to hook onto, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Is that train here? It is. Shit.
That is a
Train.
really fun
Wait.
pattern, I'll give it that.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy long range heavy artillery. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Okay.
I mean, yeah, like big combat chassis, but also using very large ranged weapons is also a fun trope.
I like the full frame. Oh, I love that full frame. That is perfect. That looks makes it look like it's two gigantic sheets of glass. By the way that
Beautiful.
goes up, that's gorgeous.
Hey, train.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm replacing the existing windows in here with these windows. Because yes, please. Oh, that's beautiful.
I know it's hydrate or die straight, but this wibbly wobbly train track is starting to set off some of my own personal foibles.
I mean, if there's a wibbly wobbly one that you can fix so it's less wobbly, by all means, you can. Just remember that some of them are that way because I had no real control in the matter. Also, I need to
Mm-hmm.
do a manual save because I suspect I was getting some frame drops there that were a little bit funky. That's better.
Okay, have we affected? Has the plastic been sorted out at all here?
Sort of. I know we did get the plastic. I there hasn't been any additional plastic done yet, but it
All right.
does have something going.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. I know it's not really necessary right now, but it would be good to have a consistent supply of it that's more than 30 a second. Or 30
Yeah,
a
at the
minute.
moment it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, Blaze being able to get her steel setup going is the much more important thing when she's able to be back in. But I recognize that's also complicated. To be fair, because that's not easy. Okay, I don't do that with the blink. Don't do that with the fucking blink. Thank you very much. I don't appreciate that. Eventually, I'll get that to stop, and then I'll be content. Then I'll be much happier, and all will be good in the world. But for now, it is annoying. I will just have to deal with it. Oh right, I don't have to take these out. I can just replace it. Replace the thing. Duh. I replace the texture. I keep forgetting that's a possibility. So I'll put that back, but then on any future ones, I'll just go into texture land. Oh, but I love that. That's perfect. Gigantic glass sheet. Oh, Gib. Gib. Um. Oh, no, I can't. I have to replace it. I don't see options for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's not a wall material. It's its own individual
It's an
thing, which is
individual
kind of annoying,
thing.
but is how it is currently
I can
coded.
understand it at least. It makes some sense.
What am I here for? We have a motors. We have some, right? Yeah, we do.
Yeah, motors are they're not getting produced in large volume. That's part of what Blaze is up to in the steel plant.
Hmm.
Or actually it's more iron than steel. Iron and steel and a couple other things. But that's one of the big things that's going to be sending off that way. Enjoy your lurk, McLeod. Enjoy your lurk.
All right. Well, I'll spend a little bit of time today. I do have everything I need, right? I definitely do not have everything I need, but on the other hand, I can at the very least rip the power shards back out of the fuel generators and get the rest of them set up.
Hmm. Okay, so you're expanding the fuel generators?
Yeah, at the minute we're running 16, but they've all got two power shards in them.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because at
yeah.
the time we still didn't have motors automated, and just like getting the materials for the generators was becoming an absolute pain in the unmentionables. Um, and so now that we
uh,
have now that we have all the materials for it, I'm going to put the other 16 in, reclaim 32 power shards for use
ye-
in more important things because power generation is not one of them.
yeah, yeah, I hear you on that one. Okay.
The only time it is worth it is the nuclear reactors these days because it does help compress them down significantly because nuclear reactors are fucking huge. They're not quite space elevator huge, but they're close.
Okay. Gotcha. But yeah, one of the mods that I've found that I've really been loving is something called Smart, which gives you better control over like spacing, like auto spacing.
Hmm.
When you're laying stuff down, auto fills in belts and whatnot according to the directions you've given it. So you can tell them not don't use the the best ones we've got. Use this rank. Use what's according to the recipe, stuff of that nature. Improves the zoop so that you can do both uh which call it, it's not just one row or one column at a time anymore. You could do
Yep.
row and column at the same time.
Hmm.
It's really, really cool. And I'm really enjoying it. And I'm missing it now with trying to replace mass batches of Windows.
I mean, if you just want to go for a short period of time, I can just sign out and chat randomly in chat so you can have your mods back on.
Nah, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal
Alright,
at this point. But
long as you're
I love
sure.
that. Look at that. Look at that.
Um,
That's so much better. If it could be one massive pane of glass on each side, that would be even better, but I highly doubt I'm pulling that off.
Yeah,
As
I
it
don't think there's
stands
any
though,
way of.
yeah. As it stands though, this is so much better. I wanted
I
this.
feel also at that point I might end up walking into the windows, and then you're not going to have clean glass anymore. You're going to have small blue imprints all over it.
I mean, to be fair, especially when you're dealing with the roof, it's not clean from the moment you put it down. It ends up looking like mega dirty somehow. Even when it's brand fucking new. It's like, really? That makes zero sense to me.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's
Everything is
just fine.
fine.
And basically, yeah. Um,
Okay. This here, I might actually be okay with getting rid of the beams that I had going across. Oh, yeah. The beams make zero sense here now. Bye. They made a lot more sense when I actually had these edges because it cleaned them up a little bit. But now they're not necessary anymore. Oh, and that makes this look even better. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Woohoo. Hee 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 hee. I'll still run the beams going up, I think. Especially since that did not clear all the way down, did it? Okay, it looks like I got to take those out before I place them in.
did it build on top of the beam rather than?
Yep. Which I didn't think was possible considering the size of these things, but it was.
Game can do some weird things at times. How
That's
many
for
more
sure.
foundations am I gonna need? Oh fuck!
All of them. Clearly, the answer is all of them.
I hate that you're right because that means I have to come back to base again. Dang it! Ran out of iron plates. I'm normally pretty good at this, but apparently today my brain is cottage cheese.
I mean, it's understandable.
Probably has something to do with learning a new board game and winning, and then in the same turn realizing that we'd in actual fact lost.
Oh no. Yep,
Yeah,
but
so I decided to try playing the June board game with a couple of friends in another server, and we got a couple of rounds in, and it was like, oh hey, yeah, I formed an alliance with this other person, and we've actually got a really solid strategy on how to win right now. That's great. It'd be a real shame if the faction that, if they predict the future correctly, wins automatically, had predicted that me, the brand new player, would win 4 turns into this 10 round game.
oh my.
So anyway, they predicted that we'd win 4 turns in, and as a result, they won.
Oh
I was just
my.
like, oh, okay,
Well, that's
okay.
rude.
It was fun though. Like if that hadn't been the case, we won. Like we fully dominated. In actual fact, we controlled every strong point on the map, so we held all the objectives, and we had enough forces, and there was enough other forces off the board that no one could have really contested it.
Okay.
So, like, I don't mind not winning because it was a fun thing just to do with people and it was fun to learn the game, but it was just like, wow, you bet on the new kid to win. Oh dear, the new kid won. Oh dear, the new kid won exactly as you thought they were going to. Oh, well, I guess you win then.
Wow, that is
Goddamn,
something else. I love it.
goddamn, goddamn prediction grannies. I like it though. It was fun. It's It is a fun board game, and it was a fun group that we were playing with.
Nifty, nifty. We were the story reading thing I've been able to make every once in a while that I made recently.
Oh,
We were reading the second Dune book for the most
yeah.
recent one that I made. That was last week, not this one that just passed.
Oh, okay.
That was on Thursday. I did not feel up to actually taking part
Yeah.
on Thursday.
I do need to read
It was a
Dune.
whole lot of fun.
It's one of those science fiction series that I've never actually gotten around to reading, even though like I kind of know it's required reading. I do have a copy of Dune. I just need to actually start it.
So, from my understanding, books 1 and 2 are worth the read.
Mm-hmm.
It gets
I've heard it.
questionable after that what's actually worth reading, and when it hits
Mhm.
the point of no, there isn't such and such book,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
Oh no, I've seen a couple of videos on like advised reading lists and stuff for Dune, and where like essentially other people came in and started messing around with the formula, um, and such. But yeah, I've 1 and 2 are definitely on my reading list. Um, it's fine. Only one army group got eaten by sandworms.
That's good at least.
Well, it wasn't one of mine. It was fine. I was the emperor. I had money to burn, and burn it I did.
I mean, when you're the emperor, that's what you do.
It's also really fun in the game because there's a phase where you're bidding for cards for special equipment and abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone who bids, like if they win the item, the money goes to the emperor. So I was accumulating money from other people making bids.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it.
Meanwhile, there was the Sons of Space, which I think was one of the other factions. If you wanted to deploy troops on the planet, you had to pay the shipping corporation to ship your troops there. Um,
Oh
and
my.
between the two of us, we allied together, so we basically controlled all the money. Because it's like, hey, you want special abilities? Cool, pay me. You want to get troops on planet? Cool, pay him.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Gotta love when you hit situations like that where you can pull that sort of shit off.
Yeah. But like all the factions felt really fun and unique. Like you had the people who actually lived on the planet itself, who instead of getting eaten by the sandworms, could just use them as transport to new areas. So you could just
Oh,
ride the
interesting.
sandworms. And they also, instead of having to bring troops in from off-world, they get to deploy for free because it's their own fucking planet. Get off our lawn.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah,
Welcome
lots of
back.
fun, lot of fun little
Oh,
nuance
whoa.
in that one. Oh well.
I opted for some relaxing
Satisfactory.
Satisfactory to kind of build up my stuff a little bit because yes, please.
That's fair. What do I want to do is the question.
Yeah, I found that like, even though the game does take some brain power, I'm generally pretty good with the brain power it does take in a way that is not true of other games.
That's fair.
I'm not quite sure why that is.
That's just how it is sometimes.
Yep. I mean, part of it is the fact that I am definitely treating the game as like a base builder from a getting the pretty right more than anything else at this particular moment in time.
Mhm.
Because yes, got to get the fit right.
The
Only in
thing
this
that I
case,
find,
the fit is the actual factory itself.
The thing I find with Satisfactory and stuff, especially Satisfactory because of the first-person nature of it, a lot of the recipes aren't too complicated that you can't work through them in your head. And then it's a matter of extrapolating it up to larger scales. But the general day-to-day, like, hey, making this recipe or making that recipe, it's normally pretty simple. Like, all the way up till the end game. Like, in the end game, yes, you'll have a product that's gone through, 7 or 8 different steps. But each of those steps is still also relatively simple. It's
True,
not.
true. And there's steps that you've gotten used to as you've gone along
Mm-hmm.
because you have to have done quite a bit with that previous step before you could do much of anything else.
Yeah. Each stage kind of teaches you, like, hey, you need to know how to do this now. Okay, now you need to know how to do this. Now you need to know how to do this. And it does kind of train you up for it in a reasonable manner. 7 and 8 is where I genuinely think, like, things start to become a bit more cerebral, because some of the recipes start including things like necessary recycling and stuff, where you have things producing byproducts that you can't use. You need to know where you're going to put them, but you can also use the byproduct in the system itself. And the recipes start getting a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Not complex, because again, everything can be made out of 4 items, but the ratios start becoming more dubious.
I see.
You start getting points of stuff, and you start getting,
Oh
those
no.
kind of start dealing with like fractions and decimals a lot more.
I see, I see. That makes a little more sense, yeah. Okay. I saw the lines just going straight down, but I think I want like my I'm gonna put back the painted beams that I've had for kind of this last to frame these windows because they still look like they're flowing a little odd into the concrete below.
Mm-hmm.
If I only had the windows, it would be one thing. But I think it needs this.
A transition piece is good.
That's precisely what these function as. And I like it in the black because it just frames everything cleanly. Yeah, because that looks like super clean. I like that. Da-da. All the blinkage. There we go. No.
Yes,
I said
I
I
am
said
aware.
no. I said no. Come on. Painted beam. Can we not?
With the beams, you don't need to angle them like that. You don't need to get them like flush in. You just need to move your character's position from there.
No, because it's trying to push me out that way, and that's not what I want. It's getting it on the wrong at all.
Yeah, just move close. Move close to the sink. Move yourself close to the sink.
Can I still get there? I see. Problem being that like the vision here is tricky. So, nope.
Go from the other side, maybe?
Yeah, this might need to be from the other side. Hold on. Ah, on top of the sink. Like literally all the way on top of it.
Yep.
There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Comes tonight. And then there's times where the beams just behave perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's the nature of the game. Its targeting is sometimes a little bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to when they actually get around to fixing that. And I accept it because, again, early access.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I want to go back up to the top. Connect in to there.
Right. Generators are nearly built and connected.
Connect there.
All right. There we go.
And that does, unfortunately, require that to look remotely normal. I mean, technically speaking, I don't need the beams at all. I could run without them in their entirety. But I like the kind of clean edge the beams end up giving things
Mm-hmm.
that you just don't get otherwise. Especially when you have different wall angles connecting, considering you get a gap. This fills in that gap, so it looks like it's one solid unit. I understand it's a limitation of the system itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I get why it's there. You can only do so much with something like this, where you want to give the
Oh.
player control, like full control.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so much you can actually do at that point.
Yep. All right, there we go. All fuel generators up and online, and 32 power shards are reclaimed.
Excellent. It'll be nice to get to use those somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I'm back up here.
All right.
One, two. There we go. I'm so glad the jetpack is a thing. 'Cause if it wasn't a thing, oh, I would be so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Me whenever the
Because
game gives me advanced mobility options.
Oh, yeah. And it's a necessity here beyond the certain point.
You'll probably enjoy what comes next here.
Oh, I've already heard from Blaze what's coming on next, and yes, I want it.
scaffolding.
No,
The
better.
hover pack
The hover pack.
wirelessly connects to your energy grid, so as long as you have power flowing nearby, you can use it to set a stable hovering altitude without burning fuel.
Uh-huh.
So
Ooh.
it's jetpack plus.
Yup. Which is why I can't wait for it to actually be available.
Jetpack EV.
Yeah. The
Mhm.
jetpack's great for exploring away from your base, but the hoverpack becomes a much better building tool overall.
Yeah.
Come on, you got this.
And I've seen some of the insane speeds you can get on the jetpack.
But I've
Like just
also
right now,
encountered enough situations of, hey, I just ran out of fuel and I'm about to be fucking dead. Whereas
Mhm.
as long as I got power nearby, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the hover
All right.
pack is going to make me so happy. Also, I'm making a prediction here that that is a different color. I can color that. Interesting. That the body slot is going to get used for a radiation suit.
Yep, hazmat suit.
Yep. 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 The only thing that would make a lick of sense, considering you're not really
Mhm.
giving you armor.
Yeah. Yeah, so the body slot becomes a hazmat suit, and you need new filters for the gas mask for them to work properly. Iodine infused ones.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
But once you have that, then radiation basically becomes a null issue. Which, convenient given its radiation.
Indeed. Okay, you did not connect where you were supposed to. I can see that clearly now. No, you did actually. Hold on. That's right. Huh. Okay. Now that's where you're supposed to be. Okay. Interesting.
Alright. What am I doing here?
Oh,
Okay, first
right.
question.
That's the trick. I needed the little cube to kind of tie it all
What the
together.
fuck can I build? Okay. Well, Bill Max Overclock, that's 300, and each of you. How much plastic or rubber can we get out of you?
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, we still didn't have recycled plastic. That was a bit of a shame. Alright, so we get 10 refineries doing plastic out of this.
Means one more of these to replace as far as I'm aware. I don't think I need to do it up there. No, I'm fine. I do apparently need to fix some rooftops. That got a little bit damaged and removed in the process of my various messing about. So let me go off and do that. Okay, up, 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 up. This is the one that needs to be fixed. Or one of them. And then the other one, its brother nearby, also needs fixing. Okay. Much better. If I didn't have access to the glass roofs, I probably wouldn't be using them. I'd probably be using the foundations as rooftops still.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just don't, the fix-it stuff just doesn't look as good. It works when you're using like the 1 meter stretched high for the flags, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's just kind of like meh. At least I found. Do 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 do. Hmm. Because yeah, these look awesome, but case in point, because I can actually transform this back into the fix-it roof. Okay, you know what? The fix-it roof isn't as bad of a design as the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it that. That's not terrible.
And then you can get the. To be fair, I think the roof textures in particular, the tar and the steel one, are also really good. Because the tar one's just like kind of like that felt roof look almost.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then the steel one is basically like steel girders, which is I think is quite good for like a more industrial looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, back to base we go. No train, don't leave me.
No.
The hypertubes will also take you there if you happen to like n- not get there quite in time. The hypertube
I've got.
network is fully functional, so it is an option.
Mm-hmm. I'm mostly just remembering last time the desync issues I was having in hypertube, so I've
Oh,
tended to
right.
avoid them.
So yeah. Just in case.
I appreciate the offer though. And I do see the very nice tube line next to the
Mm-hmm.
we got a train and we got the tube train.
Yep, exactly.
Ba, 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 ba.
There you go. Okay, that's looking good. Oh, I like that. Which means there's one more spot to replace the window. A couple more spots to replace windows in. Over here. Although here it's not going to make much of a difference. Because that's one level. And at one level, that really doesn't change much.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
I went back into the server that I was playing the game in, and they've just done fucking All Stars lyrics, but it's June references.
I haven't actually ever read Doom or watched the movie.
I
I
read
would
a
like
little
to
bit of the
someday.
second book at this point.
The
Like, I'd
spice
like
starts
to read
flowing
the
and it don't
or
stop flowing. Eat too much and your eyes start glowing. Didn't make sense not to see the past. The empire's a tripod, so you know it won't last. Open up the eye within, let the sound drop fall over your skin. Then
Lazy.
just look forward and see the future that
Blaze.
therefore must be.
Hello,
Hey now, you're
Blaze.
Gleeto.
Hey,
You're in
Blazy.
second of his name. Hey now, you're the tyrant, putting worlds to the flame. Guilt belabors the dead. Only lonely worms cross the blade.
Wow. Wow. Running sans whatchamacallits at the moment, Blaze, because Takan it isn't using them yet. Sans mods. Thankfully, if you want to join
Oh,
in, all you need to do is just go into the mod manager and tell it mods off. And then you're good.
oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's super
Hey,
simple.
Blazy.
Hi,
Steel.
everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
It is
It's
going well.
going.
Yeah.
Callista
Good, good.
caused problems on purpose again.
Oh,
I mean, what else is new?
Yeah. Yeah,
very true.
honestly. Callista just is problems on purpose at this point.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the tribe. If you'd like your name made known, let me know. I'm more than happy to do so. I need to make more explosive rebar.
So, how's everyone's day?
It's going well.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
going.
It's been
I'm
interesting.
I'm going to be up until the wee hours of tomorrow morning because new Gundam Witch from Mercury episode is coming out.
Oh, and you can't sleep because of the anticipation?
It comes out at like 2 in the morning for me, and I figure I'm already usually up until at least midnight. I might as well.
Oh yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
It's only 2 hours.
Yeah, and then there's
Let's see if
another
I can.
streamer
Let's see if I'm
who's
able to
been
parse your name right. 1 second. Haru the bunniest, the bunny's king red paw. Welcome on in. I'm doing well today. I'm doing quite well.
I have a friend
I'm a
who's
little
been
tired.
streaming SRW, which is big multi crossover of different mecha franchises. So, you know.
Let me stop it at this next 100. But honestly, that makes perfect sense for me to be tired considering the session earlier. TTRPG sessions always drain me. Running them is not easy.
Oh, absolutely. So you did tabletop RPG on stream before
Yep,
Satisfactory?
exactly.
Ah,
Astral's
Exactly,
hardcore.
exactly. Satisfactory is my wind down right now.
Hardcore.
hardcore. I
Right.
happened to go over to a mutual friend's
All right,
and
that
play
needs
some VR.
smokeless.
Nice. Oh God, it's gone pink. Oh Christ, it's gone pink in here. Oh, okay, purple with the flaws gone pink. Holy Christ.
How are you? What would you prefer I call you? Full name Haru. Do you have a name you prefer to go by?
Bun King.
Bun King, maybe.
That is nice.
Let me know what you prefer, and I'll be more than happy to do so for you. As well as if pronouns matter to you, let me know them, and I will make sure to use the correct ones if at all possible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's purple here, but I figured I wanted white there, so it wasn't like dulling the whatchamacallits, dulling the flags. So I'm so proud of those
Blaze,
flags.
do you remember off the top of
Red
your
ball?
head how much
Got
fuel
it.
generators? Actually, no. I can go stick this outside. I won't just not to go shove a fuel generator down in the middle of the area. Let me go put it outside so I can have a look at it.
I mean, you could in the moment, but it's like a little awkward. That's for sure.
I'm having issues with getting into the game, so give me a moment.
As long
Being
as
really
you tell
weird.
the mod manager to turn off the mods, so it'll say mod profile on or off. As long as you just tell it turn off, that should be fine. It's a little slider you just. It's a
No, I
toggle.
did that. It's me trying to remote play it with my other computer.
Oh, okay. That makes some sense.
For some reason, it's not letting me remote play. So,
Ooh.
yeah. I'll figure it out. I might have to restart though.
Yeah, understandable. Okay, so I replaced those windows. Right. I was going back to pick up steel so that I could replace the windows in the portal hub. Not portal hub. That's what it would be in Valheim. The
Tube hub.
The tube hub.
Hypertubes.
Hypertubes. Yep.
Oob.
Gender fluid. You don't mind? Hey, you're like me. I'm a gender apathetic. So use whatever it is you ever feel most comfortable with.
I'm gender edible. I ate my gender.
You ate your
it was
gender.
causing problems.
Was it delicious? Or did it
How did it
leave you with
taste?
indigestion?
It was very delicious. Discord, why are you poking me? Oh. Nothing important here.
Indigestion from your gender, from eating your gender. I could see that possibly happening at some point to somebody.
Well, it didn't happen to me. My gender was extremely delicious, thank you.
Well, I am glad. That is very good. It's always nice if
It
you're
was crunchy and good with ketchup.
Ah. Yes. But yeah, look at these new windows. I was like, let me try these ones, and I love it because it looks like gigantic panes of glass. With just a little bit of steel framing to them. It's so pretty.
Take out all the screws that hold it and shove it over the edge of the hill.
Yeah, who
See
needs
how
the fucking
satisfying the crack is.
Indeed, Trade, indeed. So yeah, Red Paw, I hope you are doing well tonight. we go. Uh, mm. So good. Not that this look wasn't good before. Don't get me wrong. This original look was still fine.
Trainer.
But this is so much better.
What did I do?
You left me. It's fine. You're on an automated schedule, and it's fine. Oh, actually, no. That was a different train I was hearing. Never mind. That was probably Tora.
That was probably Tora, yeah. No doubt Tora.
You left me.
Did you happen to
How
catch the color of the train or the station?
Hmm?
The train that left you. Did you happen to catch the color of the train or the station itself?
Oh, I'm trying to take the red train.
Yeah,
That would be me.
because the green train is Tora is sorry, the blue train is Tora. The green train is the Hydro.
All right. It's fine. I'm just gonna end the train now.
Yeah. That is the line that takes the longest to come back, to be fair, because it is by far the longest line of them all.
All the more time to just chill and relax.
Exactly. uh okay, so I've got that all replaced. I think I need to reconnect some cables though. Yeah, I need to
Wow, it's
reconnect some
bright out
cables.
in here.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have the
I
bright.
come out from the HUD and all of a sudden, pow! Lights everywhere.
Lights!
Buns, I wish I could do the same, but funds.
Yeah. I was wondering why that. I figured. I was like, hold on. That got disconnected. Okay. Do 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 do. You're my wonderwall.
I found out Beat Saber has a bunch of like pre-made tracks, or like somebody made these tracks for like a large majority of the J-pop I listen to.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Nifty.
it was super cool.
Nifty.
Nice. Any particular J-pop artists?
Yeah, a lot of Vocaloids. Like Shinozo, Kinoshita, P. Maru-sama, Atsuki Records.
Not many I'm recognizing. I listen to a
That's
lot of
nice.
anime
Yay,
music
yes.
mostly.
More dance emotes. All the dance emotes. Feel free to fill chat with them, folks, if you want to. Dance emotes are the best. I'll admit I am tempted to put more of these these big old floodlights in various places because they throw out a lot of light, which is wonderful at night.
I think we need one out in the HUD area, or in the like individual storage.
Trying to get one to fit there is going to be entertaining.
Yeah. Might be able to clean it off the wall though.
Possibly.
I recognize two of the Hell Ticket, or the two emotes have the Hell Ticket, and Jonty, and is one of them the Rickroll dance?
Of course, there's one
I
of
do
those.
believe it is. Yeah, that's Cabal, I believe.
Oh gosh.
It's perfect.
Oh my. Bonk. Oh, Rickroll dance. And of course, folks who have my emotes have the adorable bouncing cats for dance. I love those cats so much. They're one of my favorites. Hands down. I love those cats. They're so cute. That's
Adorable.
bling, 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 bling. They're just so happy.
And they're even more adorable when they somehow line up with the song you're currently listening to.
I know, isn't it great when they do that?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
There we go. Now that all matches up in color tone again.
Ads.
Okay. Go.
Although, as always, I have no idea when ads are ending since I have less.
I wonder if for the shopping center, I might be able to put one up here. Oh no, because that's glass. The problem is, like, all of the roof areas are like filled with glass, and any of the
Which is
extra heights, and it's spots where I want glass, like within the stuff that feeds the sinks. Yeah, that's intentional, McLeod. I'm opting for a minute and a half every half hour.
rar,
Right.
rar, rar, rar.
If that really bothers folks, though, I can do 3 minutes every hour. So you get more ads at one time, but they interrupt less moments. It's all in the name of cutting out pre-rolls in their entirety.
I think a minute and a half does cut out pre-rolls for about 40 mins? 35 mins?
Yeah, and it does get me, admittedly, the better rate too there.
Yeah, the better ad split. That's
The better ad split.
if
I'm
being
already
honest, that's the
needing
reason
to
I
add
run
on
it.
a couple of extra an extra minute's worth of ads anyway for that last like 20 minutes, it makes sense to just do the minute and a half, get the 3 minutes total for the better split.
Nom.
Especially when I
No.
looked at my overall numbers and I saw actually I do see a reasonable amount of my total from ad revenue for each month. So a better split will mean a considerable amount more. It's still not a huge deal from like a living perspective. I'm nowhere near big enough for that to be viable, but it's still much better. Or at least I'm hoping. I'll try the other way around in a little bit.
It did chunk when I bumped it up, so it was kind of nice.
Yeah.
And hey, if anything, payouts will happen more frequently and more to spend on games and possible saving up for rig upgrades.
Saving up for rig upgrades in particular, yeah. Being able to get a better graphics card in mind, pass down my graphics card to Button's computer.
That's how I got my new computer.
I also need to spec out the price for and a good model for a used iPhone. Doesn't matter if the screen is cracked because I just need it for the camera. As long as the camera rocks, I'm good.
I should probably start looking into that.
That's a few hundred. That's like around the $300 mark, I think.
Yeah, that's about what I paid for mine.
Because you need like an iPhone 12 at least if memory serves.
I think it's 10
Or 10?
10
Okay.
like S or SP, like some special classification. I can't remember
oh, no.
what it's called.
Oh no, Red Paw. Ooh, I hope your headache goes away soon. Headaches suck.
Headaches are the worst.
Headaches are the worst. What was I gonna do next? I don't remember. Well, I mean,
Speaking
we
of
can
which,
look.
I'm probably gonna drop 5 for the night after the nightmare of today.
Was it that bad, Train?
What happened?
Today was my solo Faz VR
Yep.
because of the incentive.
Oh, right.
I would have kept on going, but my headset died.
Oh no.
I'm impressed you went as long as you did.
Yeah.
That is really I'm really glad you were able to do that, considering everything. So you survived that. Tora, Takan, Cade, and Headless survived the Pilk. Then he actually no, I don't know if Cade did the Pilk yet. Did he?
No.
I think he did, but I feel
Okay.
bad for my considering those who were in chat at the time and in VC with me. And up hearing me whack my mic like a good 5 times within the span of 3 minutes.
Oh no.
And not soft whacks as well, just hard whacks because of where I have my mic.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that, Train. I hope you recover quickly.
And it was a burden I put on myself. Although, hey, it was for a good cause, so eh. Anyways,
Exactly.
have a great time zone, everyone.
Take care, Train.
At
Time
absolute
zone.
And cause
okay,
chaos.
Jonty's saying at absolute minimum, it's an iPhone 11. Don't get any form of XXR or XS due to battery and heat issues, but it's recommended to get a 12.
12 is recommended. I think I have got like the very first generation that had it.
An iPhone 12.
I
Okay.
think you can actually get away with a 10 still potentially, but you have to be careful on what model.
So better to just price for the 12. The 12s were cheaper though. The 12s weren't bad when I saw. I saw a couple that were sub 300 if memory serves.
Yeah.
When I was looking on eBay ones. So that might be possible then. And it can be in bad shape, like have cracked screen and a cracked screen, because a cracked screen doesn't matter when you're just using it for the camera.
Yep.
So it gives me freedom, which is nice. You can get away with an XS or XR, but not optimal because they're at high risk for. Yeah, I want to avoid spicy pillow wherever possible.
Spicy pillow?
Exploding battery.
Oh. Yeah. You could always try and find a setup that uses a webcam.
You see, I am using a webcam, and it's good enough for now, but there's issues. I have access to better facial stuff. Like there's better shapes. There's blend shapes that the webcam just can't handle. That the iPhone's camera is capable of doing.
Yep. And unfortunately, there isn't really much on the market that matches it still.
And the Android software isn't there yet. It's being worked on, but it's not there yet. Plus, I don't know that any of the I highly doubt the camera on my phone can handle that. So.
Yeah, I don't know if any Android phone has a better camera than just a cam, like a computer camera.
They
The
have
Google ones might. Some of the Google or Samsungs, the Galaxies
Yeah.
might.
Google's and
Possibly.
Samsungs do have good cameras. The thing is the facial recognition and tracking that the iPhone has, and Google just hasn't caught up with it yet.
Oh yeah, of course, Redpaw. If you need to call it a night to take care of yourself, take care of yourself. That's important. I'm only going to be going for about another hour anyway. I started at about 6 o'clock my time, and I never want to go more than about midnight my time on Saturdays. I have to be up early Sunday morning, so I'm not going much longer. I will be live again though tomorrow, about 8 p.m. Eastern, though, and that'll be Squad Survival Sunday. So that'll be myself, Train, a bunch of the others, either playing either Valheim or possibly Monster Hunter. I don't know what as of yet we're gonna go for. We'll see what we're more in the mood for.
I hope your headache dissipates soon.
Indeed, indeed. Pixel 4. But you're on an S21 Plus. My phone is several years old at this point. Good phone still works as a phone. I have no complaints there. However, I highly doubt it would be viable for any sort of tracking, even with Meow Face. So I'm just better off going for an iPhone whose only job is ever to be my face tracking camera.
Well,
Then just keep it like plugged into a battery bank or something. I actually have a charging thing that I can plug it into here that is not connected to the computer. So it would never be like, oh, read stuff. And then just go from there. Okay. Do, do, do. Because, like, for example, I have the potential. I think Miyu might have enabled them, but I have the potential to be able to like stick my tongue out with uh an actual iPhone for my facial tracking camera.
mhm.
Yep, it's really neat. I like doing it.
It would be so much
Uh.
better, and that also takes away some of the resources from the computer having to handle that. That takes VC face out of the picture. So that frees up system resources in a huge way.
No, it doesn't take. Well, I guess it could take VC face out, but you'll still use Vina.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. Vignon still sticks in the picture, but VC face is eating up enough system resources that it would be nice to like get those system resources back and let other stuff make use of them instead. So there's all manner of reasons why I'm interested in that. Need my eye to stop doing that.
Hey,
Okay.
Blaze, question. Your Super Factory, are heavy modular frames coming? Oh no, we've already got them here. We've already done heavy modular. I've been handcrafting these a lot. Fuck.
Okay. Heavy modulars are being done, but they're being done slowly. They're not up at any
Fine.
reasonable pace.
That was more than enough for what I needed.
Not,
Where?
not that slow. The top floor of
Fucking
it is.
where? This is the thing. You can go away from
Oh.
Satisfactory for a little bit and just sit and wait for time to pass, and you don't
Exactly,
need things like heavy
Jaunty,
modulars
exactly.
in any massive capacity. You know, like fuel generators are probably your biggest, most intensive use of them.
That and milestones.
Yeah. True that.
Okay. Tora just pulled back into the station. Also, this has the potential to bug some people, but I just thought it was too funny, and the gremlin in me had to do it. Shopping center station. RE. Shopping center station. ER. So if you're going by station name, it's are you dealing with the UK spelling or the US spelling?
Here, bruv, is it British enough for you? British.
It's Tuesday, innit?
It's Tuesday, innit, mate?
I have some British friends who would probably be very pissed off at us talking like this right now.
That's
But
fine.
they're
I'm
not
British.
here, and we are.
That's fine. I'm British. I don't care. I'm gonna take the piss out of this country all I fucking want.
Good on you.
I'm coming back over to see if I can help Blaze out with anything in the last little bit that I've got in me for tonight.
You know, we just blew some stupid amount of our nation's budget putting a shiny gold hat on some ponce.
Wait, what?
Well, yeah, we had a coronation this
coronation.
weekend.
Ah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, quite literally, we blew like high millions, if not billions, on a coronation.
Oof.
That no one wanted except for the fucking whatchamacallits, monarchists.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Monarchists or the royalists, you know, the people who worship the ground that the monarchy walks on for some god knows reason.
Dude, Jaunty, I love it. Because of the coronation, apparently the holy hand grenade was trending on Twitter.
Oh my god! I
Yeah.
love it.
I mean, we could totally talk politics to some degree. I'm not completely anti talking politics. You kind of can't really avoid. You can't avoid it completely. It's so much of a part of our daily lives. It's gonna be a thing.
It is one of those things of, unfortunately, like, you can say banning politics is a thing, but like politics is quite literally day-to-day life.
Yep.
You know, for some people you can't avoid it when your life is being affected directly by it, often in a negative way. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Also, Blaze, where power is concerned, by the way, I bounced over by your general section. You can now connect. Here, I'll ping it. Where you have all of your little on-off switches.
Yeah, what about them?
I have power nodes that go dual nodes that are going to the back, directly connecting back to the front again for each of them.
Yeah.
So you can very easily just connect off to the right one, just look to the one above it, and that's your friend. For the most part,
Yeah.
I've succeeded in dropping them in the right spots.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the orb TM.
The orb. Wow.
I don't know. I don't know what the fucking thing's called. I don't think anyone actually does.
I like these trees.
The
They're very pretty.
Mercer Sphere?
I think
Yeah,
we'll
sure,
dip
we'll
out
go
of
with that. It's a
VC
Mercer
now.
Sphere.
Oh,
Have
that
a
orb.
Good night, y'all.
Have a good night.
Good
Good
night.
night, Dragon Souls.
I like that orb. It's pretty.
It is. We should steal it.
Also, I found a Sam or not node, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we can't make use of it yet, I marked it for later.
Yeah.
They've made a point to state that Sam Orr recipes aren't going to come until the game is released.
I'm fine with that. I just like knowing that where it is.
Same thing with the Mercer Sphere and the Summer Swoop.
Ah,
It's going to be part of their lore/story background.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can we not be doing this, please? Can we not be doing this shit, please? I don't appreciate it. Ah, yay. Okay, so I see. The pipes are starting to be put into place. Woot.
Hmm?
The pipes are starting to be put into place for the water pumps over here. Since this is
Okay.
using the pure recipe for the iron ingots.
Yeah.
So it's built on top of the big water source in the area. So there's lots of water potential.
Oi. These
Oi.
splitters are being a nuisance.
Oh no. Bonk. Is this water swimmable, by the way, that we're right over, Blaze?
Yeah, you can swim in it.
Okay, because I wasn't quite sure if it was like going to be a like insta death.
No, no. None of the water's instant death, except for there's certain parts of the water, like way out into the ocean, where they just haven't put a hitbox for the water, and so you just
Ah.
fall through the world.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I hit a
Yeah, I found
point.
that out the hard way.
That's interesting.
Do you like falling through the world? Oh wait, no. What's the opposite?
No, that
of
was not a fall through the world. That was just the way that it kind of loaded.
Yeah, the rendering
in
underwater is kind of weird.
so I can actually see through the rocks. I'm being very careful to stay close to the foundations we've established. And we're nowhere near ocean. So I
I'd
figured I'd
still
be
be
more or less
careful
safe.
in like some weird, like tight knit spots.
Yeah. Also, I was like, I'm going to stay over here and look from a distance. I'm not going to explore. Oh, hey. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
calling this one sooner rather than later. I am getting yawny now. I'll help you finish up whatever, or get a better finish on whatever you're working on, Blaze, but then we might need to call it relatively soon here.
Yeah, no worries if you have to call it. I'm just kind of still working on the um, steel.
Okay. Because, yeah, I am feeling the tired setting in a bit more. And Khan, you said you have all of the new fuel generators established?
Yeah, just finishing rerouting plastic at the minute. Should be done relatively soon, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Okay. I'll bounce
Um,
over and see what it is you're up to. And then, because I've seen what Blaze is up to. And then that'll work. By the time I get there, you might be done. But I can see what you've done with plastic, so I'll know what needs to be done if ever I need to like do any sort of maintenance or modify anything.
yeah, which hopefully you won't need to do, but that's always the potential in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just remember that the finished plastic is gonna route through the train. So
Mhm.
there's gonna be a limit on how quickly it can get back to the base anyway.
Oh yeah, don't worry, we're not approaching throughput issues yet. Don't worry, we're not approaching throughput issues yet.
That's fair.
Uh,
That's fair.
at some point in the future, maybe, but that is not today.
Yeah. And if possible, try to leave a little bit of space for establishing. Actually, wait, Blaze, was there enough material? No, we decided we were gonna ship the black powder over to the main refineries, and then the smokeless would be made there. I think, if memory serves.
Correct, yes.
Yeah. So make sure that we have enough room to set up a couple of refineries for the smokeless powder.
Okie dokie.
There's new rifle ammo I want to get the research done for, but it's going to require a lot of smokeless. So I'm not actually thinking about trying it now. Is anyone making more of the explosive rounds for my rebar gun? Because yes, please. Yum. I do love the hypertubes. As silly as it looks, having your leg pieces literally flying along with you underneath the tube at some points because of how they separate from the body.
Oh yeah, no, it's so nice though.
Yep. Okay. Okay, I see. That's gonna be a lot of plastic.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
not a
boy.
We're balancing out with other stuff. We're going to have 160 rubber and 160 plastic a minute at the minute,
Okay.
which is reasonable. Better.
And you've got the packaged fuel in the place where you wanted it?
Yeah, package fuel's going fine. I just need to get the rubber connected up now, which is going to be a little bit of a trick to get over there, but it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
So good news is the ingots have started to flow and the concrete is being made. So we
Okay.
got a good start going. The iron ingots, that is.
Excellent.
And the concrete will be for the enforced beams.
That curve is hooked up to the slightly wrong section. I'll
Which one
correct
there?
it. For the packaged, it was hooked
Was it?
up to the
Oh, fuck
receiving.
me. Yeah.
No worries. No worries. I'll fix. I was trying to finish that up and I was like, hold on. That doesn't look right.
Yep. It's outgoing. Yep. No, I keep forgetting that these have those ones. Right. Okay. So anyway, I need a merger.
And you're using Mark 3s? Mark 3s, okay.
Mostly because that's all I think that we actually needed.
That's fair.
Got a Mark 4 here though.
That's fair. I have materials on hand to make all of this Mark 4. If we want to just do the upgrade now so we don't have to worry about it. I think I have enough. Probably don't have enough. I can come back out here and make that up later.
What do we
From
need to
this
upgrade to Merc for?
point, nothing at the moment. I'm just thinking about the belts in advance because we're redoing the receiving belts for the train station at the refinery. So I'm hooking stuff back up again on this side.
Oh, I see.
Yep. And then we've got room for the smokeless to go out once we have it, and the other one and the regular gunpowder come in for automation. Okay. No lie. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop the stupidity. I don't like this. Okay.
And the rubber's there. That's fine.
Okay, so that's the plastic line coming out. Do you want to bring the rubber over at first and then split it back down again since it's lower down?
Don't worry, I'll be. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here, let me see if I can connect over to where you are.
Sorry, if
Oh.
I hang on. Da, da, da. If you should be able to just connect nicely up to that. Wait, why is that going the other way?
Yeah, that's the question.
That
This
should not be going
this
that
friend
way.
probably the Mark. Oh, the conveyor's Mark IV though. Oh, I see. You have.
I
Oh, that
made a
you have Mark
mistake.
IV there. No worries. I can make I can make this Mark IV. That's not an issue. I've got materials.
I just made a mistake. I made a conveyor merger point the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
That's that. That's that. Needed, but we can do it anyway. And you are done and done. So hopefully.
Well, in that case, since these are. Oh, that's Mark. Okay, so that conveyor Mark. Yeah, I can upgrade these now. I may as well just do it. I should have the material. That way we're ready for when if flow does become an issue. It will not be an issue for a long, long time. So I'll upgrade those all to the Mark IV if I can. Oh yeah, especially since all of the lines flowing off of the original refinery set, those are Mark IVs. I had upgraded a bunch of them because I could. So may as well make sure everything's on the same speed. Just to make sure everything's good. Okay.
Yeah, I've kind of had a long day. I've been up 20 and a half hours.
Damn. That's
Please, look after
something
yourself.
else.
Well, I had to work, and then I had to go get hair dye, and then the hair dye place that I went to was right next to the Japanese grocery store. So I went to the Japanese grocery store, bought some food, and then our
Ah,
lovely Pyro Kitten and Android poked me and was like, "Hey." So we played VR.
I see.
Then we went out to dinner.
Please, you're adorable, but I'm worried. Sweetie, please sleep.
I like to pack my days full of stuff.
I mean, I understand that and all, but still, sleep is important. I'm making sure to actually get it nowadays myself.
Yep.
I've been in
Right,
bed
there we
before
go.
midnight the last two nights. Like legitimately.
Hey, good for you, Astral. Good for you.
And like waking up at like 7, like 7 in the morning or something, like, something reasonable.
Takon not following her own advice.
I'm gonna be planning to do that
Shush.
again tonight, yeah.
Shush. Fine. It's fine.
Or at
It's
least
totally
like
not half
not
4 in the
much
morning.
later than midnight-ish. Because early morning tomorrow.
Oh yeah, so that should all help and can do the recycling. The last thing I need to do is I need to put even more fuel generators down. because I fed more fuel back into the system, so now the system can support 40 of them.
Oh my. Makes sense, yeah. I think that's everything upgraded that I can see to upgrade. Okay, so everything's on a Mark IV now. Not that it matters for flow currently, but it looks better that way. Makes me happy. And yeah, this is plenty of space over here to set up a simple smokeless setup. So that's good.
I think it's going to take a while for the system to saturate while it's making more fuel.
Speaking of fuel, there's a bunch of packaged fuel in a regular container, not one of the big industrials. I'll point it out when I'm next back at the base. That there isn't room for inside the main container because it's been full for a while. Or mostly full.
Yeah, fair enough.
So if any of you need any packaged, there's a bunch in easy reach.
Eventually, I'll need some. I'll kind of chew through it like, I don't know, food.
Nom 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 nom.
Packaged fuel, delicious. Nom
Tasty
nom.
packaged fuel. Ooh. Okay.
Gotta get that good packaged fuel.
Okay.
Just
Let's
open
see
up
where you are working in here. Oh, you're all the way over there. Okay.
Sorry, I just pop open a shoulder. It's like a fuel filler cap.
I think if Train was still here, they'd confirm packaged fuel is a nice snack.
Pretty sure they're a coal burner, but
Yeah,
you know,
they're a coal
True.
burner, coal and wood.
souls of the damned, you know, the normal stuff.
Mm-hmm. The stuff you would expect.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm the scuff you would expect.
Ah, yes, the scuff.
I'm the sleep deprived gremlin.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, sleep deprived gremlins.
Oh no. Terrifying.
Yep.
To be fair, I went to bed at like 4:30 or 5 yesterday, so that was pretty good. I normally go to bed at like 6:30 or 7.
All right.
You
I
just
forgot
been up
your
for...
sleep schedule is very different
Yeah,
from the rest of ours. I was like,
because I wake up at midnight.
whoa, right? Because your work shift is dramatically different from the rest of ours. Okay, so you're just basically hooking up the pipes at this point, and then
Yep.
everything, then it'll flow through and power starts flowing. Okay, cool.
I need to hook up the at the minute, like, the entire system went a little bit offline when I was doing repairs, so the fuel level dropped quite significantly. But it'll all come back on, and I've done the math. The math works out. We've got 480 fuel a minute, which is enough to power 40 fuel generators.
Okay, cool. Oh, these aren't hooked up to power yet, though.
I'm working on it.
I can do that. I have materials to do it. Absolutely not a problem.
It's fine. It'll take a little while for the fuel to get down here anyway.
Heck, I have the materials on hand for these to be tier 2s, so...
There you go. See, full row of 40 fuel generators.
Nifty. Nifty,
If you fill up if you have an entire Mark II pipe full of fuel, you can do 50 generators off it.
Nice. Very nice.
Which is pretty nifty.
Indeed.
Yeah, especially when you start going through fuel generators in the hundreds.
Oh my.
Or my
definitely
turbo
sounds-
fuel plant, which takes about, I think it's about 800 crude oil and feeds 192 fuel generators.
Okay.
And it's just like, oh yeah, no, I wanted to make sure I had power. Mostly so people didn't hit the redeem and me actually panic about power in my stream.
Which I
And
try
then
and do all the time.
And then I built a nuclear plant, which is like so ridiculously over-engineered for what I needed that it's probably going to power my base all the way to the end game, and beyond. And it's fine. I could still build 2 more of those. But yeah, excellent. Oh, okay, yeah, no, the plastic actually needs its own overflow.
Oh,
as well,
I
doesn't
see.
it?
These. Okay. So it's normal for these to kind of flash back and forth on.
It will do while the fuel's reset, while the system's resaturating. Yeah, once it's done, it will stabilize out a little bit.
Okay.
But right now, yeah, it's gonna keep doing that.
So if I see red, it doesn't mean that they're not actually hooked up and power isn't flowing. It's something. It's another reason. Okay, good to know. Ouch. Okay. So that just about does it on your end, I imagine, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Just realized one extra thing I need to do, which is get a plastic overflow. Just because of the way that the system works, it requires it working constantly in order to make the right amount of fuel. And if the system
Okay.
is not working constantly, so yeah. So as a result, we have an awesome sink for the plastic as well.
Couldn't we technically all feed it into the same sink, considering it's not gonna go through that much of it?
Just theoretical, yeah. No, we could get it over to the other one as well. It's just going to take me a little bit of hamstringing to get it over there, but yeah, it's doable. I was just looking for a quick and easy solution tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fine. I'll give me a second. I'll work it over there instead.
And again, I can assist in getting it fit over because I can find where it is.
Right.
I saw it. It's okay. It's right here. So here's the sink. That's the rubber line coming in. And that's a merger it's going into. Okay. So let's see what direction you're approaching from there. So if I run a lift up into the one remaining section, into the one remaining in to the merger, that can be your connection point.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just need to make it a little higher, but that should be absolutely fine.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
One of these refineries isn't plugged in.
Is it not?
Oh.
Shit, sorry.
No, I don't think on
over in my section.
Oh. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me...
Should be 2 pips up from resting.
Okay, 1 sec. Let me fix that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this is why I like the smart mod. The smart mod would actually have a camera show up when you have this. 1, 2, so like
There
that.
you go.
So the camera can literally show you what it would be connecting into.
Yep. Perfect.
Very
There we go.
smart. Excellent. Ka-ching.
Yeah, that's all just going to grind up in that one. And there shouldn't be enough waste products to back that up at all.
Excellent.
We're not producing
Excellent.
that much. Even at maximum throughput rate, I think that's only going to be... Yeah, the Mark IV belt will be fine for now.
Considering that's all we have.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it looks like 2 refineries.
Good. Right, and that will
Like
just feed
not
through there.
connected into a power line at all, or I like maybe forgot to hook them up to the correct power line set.
Not hooked up to a power line at all.
Oh, I don't know how I missed them. Okay, so that's all said and done. Let's see, where is Train at the moment? Train's on the way back. Cool.
Choo-choo.
So we can
Honestly,
wait for
I
Train.
might just pass out here.
That
Unless you want me to stay until the end. I'm gonna stay until the end. Because I'm assuming it's soon coming.
Oh yeah, the moment I'm getting back to base. This is the moment
Yeah.
I'm
Alright.
calling it.
I'll catch a train with you. Why not? Train!
Incoming.
Train!
It's a long route.
Train! This is
See?
the first route I ever did.
It's a
This
good
is the
route.
first train route I ever built. This oil patch back to that base.
Yep.
but
And
back
cleaning it
all
up
the
to
way in
finish it
Update
didn't
2.
take too terribly long, actually. It was kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can ride in the other locomotive or if you just get to ride on top.
I can, but I'm just going to ride on top.
And then once we arrive back to base, I'm going to do a manual save. I'm going to find us a raid target. Because it is approaching time, folks.
When did you swap over to Satisfactory?
An hour and change ago, maybe? Not terribly long.
Yeah, something around that. It was
Oh, okay.
It was a little bit after 3 in the morning my time, and it's now 4:43. So I'd say an hour and a half at most, really.
Yep. Yeah, I took a moment to hunt down a snack after the session was over. The session ran with everything that needed to be done with it close to the 4-hour mark that it usually does. And then I figured I'd get like a little bit of time in on whatever I did after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
So this was good. Do a little bit of work and then kind of call it from there. It is a very pretty view and a nice ride. I like it. Nyum. Especially when it goes over the over the edge and is like right on the death pit.
Yep.
You get all the pretty without having to worry about dying.
Yep. Also, wow, the world is surrounded by pink fog currently. Jesus.
Yep. Hi, pink fog.
Now, I've read enough things to know that pink fog is typically associated with something else.
Oh my.
So, yeah, engineers behaving badly. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Was it pioneers behaving badly in this one?
If you want to build a house, by the way, just take the line Torres on. That's Gremlin Valley. That is where the housing gets to get built, and you can just kind of take a chunk of that foundation or expand it out in the right direction and just build yourself a home. So there won't.
Anyways.
It's not apartments like Blaze has,
Mhm.
but more so. I'm thinking it's a housing community. It's kind of the way I am. My brain inspired and thought about it.
I was thinking about doing something similar and expanding the housing district in mine too.
That'll be lots of fun.
You're both
Everyone can
cute.
make their own.
Exactly. Exactly the way you want it to be. Oof. Hi,
Would
Frank.
you
no,
say,
mine's
Tuka?
Oh no,
Okay.
mine's pretty dope already. I have a train in there. Some people have model train sets in their bedroom. I have a fucking train.
You have a full train.
I have a full locomotive. I don't actually have it pulling anything, so don't necessarily think it's a train yet.
I
But
will admit,
this...
I'd be tempted to see if it were possible to make a fully functional train that just went around and around and around and around.
Yeah, it's doable.
You would need fairly big. You need a fairly big house to do it,
Yeah.
but you could totally do it
Mm-hmm.
within a house. As I said, tempted. You in an okay spot for me to call it here, Blaze?
I was just gonna throw my stuff into a bin and then go back to the basin, but I'll just throw it into a bin.
Okay, let me know when you've got your stuff in the bin. I'll do one more save, and then I will take us out. I want to make sure that you're nice and safe before I do it. Hmm. Wee. Okay, so those are the individual messages from the two of
Okay,
them.
I'm good.
Yep.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. Do one more save. I said yes. Confirm the save. And then exit to desktop. Neom. Exactly. All the Neom. Okay.
Sleepy Neum.
I'm sleepy Neom.
It's less Neum, is more powering down.
Yep. So that the next time I come into Satisfactory, I don't have to do that. Okay, so let's see. Blinky freaking eye. Who is currently on that would be a good raid target? That does not sound like a totally normal VHS type. Based on that line, I call shenanigans and the most dangerous kind of shenanigans. Thank you very much.
Bun.
True, Bun is a possibility.
Aya.
Depends what Bun is doing. Aya's thing has me. Oh, hold on. No, the person. This is somebody who I was watching earlier who is still going, and if they're still going for a bit, that would be phenomenal.
Nocti.
Nocti's a possibility, but I want to see if there's somebody in particular I have an eye on that I want to see if they're getting close to finishing or if they're still going. Because if they're still going to be going for a little while, I want to pop back in and be like, and I was thinking about rating them or making them the raid target when I was in their stream earlier today. So looks like they're still going. I think we're good. Okay. So, folks, if you do not have a subscription, please use that first message. If you do have a subscription, please use the second message instead. The one with the emotes. I will, again, as I mentioned earlier, I will be live again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Squad Survival Sunday. Might be Valheim. Might be Monster Hunter. Could be something else. We'll kind of have to wait and see. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Thanks for hosting, Astral.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
for hosting Astral.
Of course. Thank you for joining me. So yes, we will be raiding into, just so I can give you a little information, Lormangander, who is currently raising money for the Lupus Foundation of America, and that money, that total's gone up even higher apparently than what it was, and does like crazy shit like plays games with a racing wheel that don't normally get played with a racing wheel and
Yeah,
stuff of that
fun.
nature. So this is gonna be good. This is gonna be fun. They're talking about uh stream stuff at the moment, so this is actually also kind of appropriate. But I think they're gonna be a good target. I like this idea. So that said, sorry, give me a sec, folks. Thank you everyone for coming around, whether it was for a few minutes or the entirety of the stream. It means the world to me. I'm looking forward to getting to see you all again. But until then, have a good rest of your day or night, or whatever your time zone may be. And until I do see you again, ciao everyone. Rar!
Rar.